Today is August 2nd, 2018. I'm John Manzella, and this is the Manzella Report. Trade casualties are mounting in both the U.S. and abroad as President Trump's tariffs against China, as well as against our allies, begin to be felt. Earlier, we reported that U.S. steel-producing industries, which employ approximately 140,000 workers, would likely benefit at the expense of the much greater steel-using industries, which employ between 5.5 and 6.5 million U.S. workers. But recent reports indicate that even these U.S. steel producers are experiencing new difficulties as a result of the tariffs. Much of this is due to the fact that even companies that solely manufacture in the U.S. operate very sophisticated supply chains, and when their components are imported and the materials and parts are imported, not only do they cross multiple borders, but now they incur multiple tariffs or taxes. On a more positive note, the agreement in principle between President Trump and the European Union to reduce barriers to trade would go far in reversing the damage companies are experiencing on both sides of the Atlantic. Although the devil's in the details, a better working relationship with Europe would significantly strengthen our negotiating position vis-a-vis the Chinese. And most analysts agree that China hasn't implemented many of the reforms it had committed to implementing when it joined the World Trade Organization back in December 2001. And since then, it's also engaged in multiple predatory behaviors, I might add. So the question becomes, how do you change Chinese behavior? Engaging China in a tit-for-tat trade war isn't the solution. Instead, the U.S. needs to work closely with our European allies and other friends around the world in order to become a more effective negotiating force against the Chinese. And the good news, if the U.S. and EU could put pen to paper, this could become a reality. Nevertheless, uncertainty caused by all of this has added more volatility to the stock market. And it's also forced companies to take a wait-and-see attitude. And when they do this, they hold off on making important investments. Unfortunately, this lessens economic growth. There are a number of strategies companies can employ to reduce risks in this volatile environment. Voicing your concern to your member of Congress is one of those, and that's a big one. I'm John Manzella.